church was established on October 14, 1951, at the height of the Korean War, at a small chapel of the Foundry United Methodist Church in downtown Washington, D.C., under the name Hwabu Korean Church. It was the first immigrant church in the Washington, D.C. area. History records that 32 people attended the first service, and the offering was $17.05. In 1955, the church changed its name to Washington Korean Church and registered with the Washington, D.C. government. In the 1960s, the foundation of the church began to take its shape gradually. The church council, choir, women's mission group, and the Sunday school were organized first. The early pastors had their regular jobs and served on weekend to lay ground as an immigrant church. Our church, which had been operating under a Presbyterian system since its establishment, decided to join the United Methodist Church. In 1977, the Baltimore Conference appointed Pastor Sun Yoon Kyung as the senior pastor, and we left the Foundry Methodist Church after 26 years to move to St. Luke's Church in Georgetown, Washington, D.C. Over time, the desire for our own building grew stronger. Finally, in 1982, the dream of having our own church building came true after 31 years, when we purchased a 5-acre property, including a small chapel in McLean, Virginia. During this time, the church became a part of the Virginia Conference in UMC. In 1983, Pastor Cho Young-jin was appointed as the 6th senior pastor. His focus was on discerning the vision of Christ and striving to become a spiritually mature church. Long-term plans were set to vitalize the lay ministry, formalize the next generation and adult faith education structure, and start an English ministry for the second generation, which had been a long-standing wish. The church building was expanded in 3 phases. As we entered the 21st century, the administrative structure was reorganized to vitalize the lay ministry into the current structure of 15 administrative committees and 10 ministries. The small group ministry and the young adult ministry were added, and the mission ministry was expanded to Mexico, China, Tanzania, and other regions. In 2005, as Pastor Cho Young-jin was appointed to the superintendent of the Arlington District in Virginia, his 22 years of ministry at our church came to an end. As a successor, Pastor Kim Young-bong was appointed as the 7th senior pastor with pastoral focus on spiritual formation. In 2007, envisioning a small church with a large ministry, a satellite campus was established in Manassas. Also, to meet the needs of rapidly increasing senior members, the Wungsu Senior Academy was launched. In 2016, Pastor Kim Young-bong, after 11 years, was appointed to the KUMC of Koinonia, when our satellite church became independent. Around this time, our English congregation moved out to Chesterbrook, UMC. Pastor Kim Han-sung was appointed and served for 3 years, and in 2019, Pastor Kim Young-hoon came. However, in less than a year, in 2020, the COVID-19 pandemic broke out, and we had to switch to virtual worship online. Even in the midst of the pandemic, ministries continued, and the Wesley Wing expansion project was completed. In May 2021, in-person worship resumed finally. In 2022, as we began to recover from the impacts of the pandemic, Pastor Kim Young-hoon resigned. In 2023, the English worship service, which had been inactive for several years, reopened, and Pastor Kim Yoo-jin was appointed to our church as the 10th senior pastor. In the summer of 2024, the revival of the church-wide retreat brought a new vitality to the church. We believe that for the past 73 years, the unwavering faith journey of our members has been made possible by the grace of God, who has walked with us and guided us continually. And for that, we give thanks to our Lord.